Cause them bitches is gonna try to fuck with you. They gonna try to run their mouth. I run it up. These bitches running their mouth. Just make sure you get your motherfucking bag. That's what I would tell them. Get your bag, bitch.
Can we get a 100 on that? Hi. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Vice Review, and today, bitch, we have a very special guest. I have a very special guest. We're not even gonna waste any time. Bitch, let's get into it. The one, the only, the legendary dancing diva from West Texas herself with multiple title wins. The one, the only Miss Paris London. Hi. Yeah.
Y'all all the people slapping in the bag.
Come through. Oh my god.
Welcome.
Come through, Chelsea.
Queen. Do y'all see her?
What?
Oh my god. Oh, cheers.
Tell me your hopes. Tell me your dreams.
Hi. First of all, hello. I hope y'all are doing well. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Good afternoon. All my hopes and dreams. Well, first I must say thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I love you.
I missed
you so much, baby girl.
Thank you. You're such a queen, no, really.
Bitch, you are. My
first hope is to have this raccoon or chinchilla or whatever.
It's actually squirrel. Hi.
Like
you like her? You do?
Squirrelisha? That's my cousin. Okay, so, but really though, okay.
So, when did me and you first fucking like meet and cross each other, bitch? When did we and you cross paths? Like, and I'm pretty sure it probably must have been at 212 because I saw you performing.
Yes. I was definitely performing, and you came up to me and you were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, you were like, "What the fuck?" Like, you were like, "Who are you?" Oh my gosh, can I cuss? Am I supposed to cuss?
Yeah,
is that illegal?
Bitch, hi, Hi.
Okay, sorry. Now, as we were saying, so I definitely do remember you coming up to me and you were just like, oh my god, like, queen, you are so amazing. You were like, you were fucking twirling your ass off. It was probably because I did a cartwheel.
When I was at 212, bitch, I used to be the queen who just started and was sitting there at the bar and would watch all the queens perform, and this bitch right here, once she came out on stage, I was done sitting at the bar. She was the one who inspired me to go out and stop sitting at the bar, to make me want to go out on stage. If it wasn't for Paris London, bitch, she inspired me to fucking get out there and to stop being a pussy, get the fuck on stage, boom, cack the house down. You really, truly inspired me to want to get out there in the drag scene, want to just show my art to the world. You were somebody. Please excuse that flyaway. What inspired you to like get into drag and to like start dancing like you do? Because you are one of the most flyest queens who can dance a house down, bitch. No one in fucking Amarillo can dance like fucking Paris London. Don't be playing.
I would say what inspired me, I would definitely say the need to better the world. I would say, you know, I know that comes from a lot of pageant queens. I'm definitely your pageant queen, so I've won just a couple, I'd say, probably, of titles, more than a couple, but I've definitely put in the work and the effort to learn myself and to learn my art, to learn what it truly means to be a drag queen. So I would say my drive and my push for this would be to alter every human being that I come in contact with. You know, if I'm on a stage dancing or cartwheeling or kicking my freaking leg to the sky, you should understand that the reason I'm doing that is to better you as a person. It's to make you forget for at least 5 minutes, 6 minutes, however long shit, 12 sometimes, don't we know, 12-minute performances.
Yes, this is true. This is something that she has told me, is when you go out on stage, you get that 5 minutes to turn the audience around and make it into whatever that you want it to be.
It's like, when you're there for those 5 minutes, you should forget about whatever you're going through, whatever you have going on, whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life. For those 5 minutes, it's gone. You know what I mean? That's how much I should captivate your attention. I should grab it, snatch it, literally. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, we pulled back.
Bitch, okay. Okay, hi. How has the Black Lives Movement empowered your drag? Not only drag, but you as a person. How has that inspired you to be more motivated and come out and fight for what you want to represent?
For sure. So I'd say first off, you know, it's very important to
cheers first and fucking
okay, bitch. First off, cheers. It's very important for you to believe in what you believe in, no matter what it is. 1,000%, really, we should really say. And I definitely believe Black Lives Matter as much as the next individual, or if you do or don't, that's really up to you. However, I do also know that that is not saying that other lives don't matter. And being in the vicinity of believing in that, I've had to take not only my drag career but my life, because that's also what it is, and take the two and really infuse them together and understand that that's the driving force behind Black Lives Matter, is to make every individual feel like they are this incredible being, you know what I mean? Like, not only in drag, but just in your personal life and who you are, in your career, and your work ethic, and your sports that you do, and whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Like, it's just for you to be you. So what I've had to learn coming out of that is just, not every person is the same, you know what I mean? They're not going to believe in what you believe in, and you have to fight for that. Like, I've had guns pointed at me directly. Like, can you imagine just walking literally in drag, you know? Because I wasn't even going to go in drag at first.
And the thing is, it's not fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
Not at all.
No.
And living in the town that we live in, let me tell you how conservative they are. This is how everybody was looking at me. That awkwardly. Like, could you just imagine? And I walked at the front. I was the front, the first one, you know what I mean? Like, that way they knew. Don't come to our community, because we're not the bitches you want to fuck with, first of all. So
you're the movement behind the gay community here, especially in Amarillo, because bitch, we don't have a lot of black queens here. She is the backbone of the black community here, bitch, and I love her so much. Seriously, she's the only one we have here in Amarillo, Texas. Not the only one, but the young one who is willing to go out there and fight for the modern generation, bitch. So let's give a round of applause, bitch.
And I couldn't fight for them if it wouldn't have been for the ones previously before me, you know what I mean? But just like they got out there, Rosa Parks or Harriet Tubman, or you know, they're real women, Martin Luther King, all of those people, like this is the same legacy that they live for, you know what I mean? Like, it's no different.
It's just a different, it's a different generation.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
That's all it is. I mean? So you've got to be the one
who
to.
Who would we be not to fight?
Yeah. So.
Period.
Work. Don't be playing.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Hi.
Hi, my name is PARRIS London. We'd like to thank you for tuning into the late night special.
Be sure to call us at 1-800. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Come on, commercial.
That we did too. That's gonna be fun. Okay.
Someone hire us.
Okay, outfit change.
Little switch.
Okay. Hold up.
Switch it up.
No, go ahead, girl.
Switch it up.
That's beautiful. So we all see you post on social media how much you love Beyonce and you stand for Beyonce, bitch.
Love it.
What made Beyonce inspire you in your drag to make you want to get up and just be like, hey girl, like, this is PARRIS, this is me, like, what did she influence inside of you to create this?
Give me a little something. So the cool thing that I know, like, that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, there's a whole nother side of Beyonce that people don't know. Like, she's human just as much as we are, you know what I mean? So I really dove into her meaning behind what she does. And the fact of the matter is, she said, I used to make music to try and get awards or to try and get recognition or to try and get fame. And she said, once I stopped doing that and I made music to build change, to build the world, to build people, to really just get into who she was, she was like, that completely changed my life. So I would say definitely that's the biggest aspect for me, is knowing that I have the opportunity to get on the stage, to love who I am in the midst of what I'm doing, and while loving who I am, that's making someone else love who they are. You know what I mean? Beyonce said herself, if my country ass can do it, so can you. Bitch, that's a billionaire.
Say that again to them. Say it to them.
If my country ass can, we're gonna say it. If our country asses can do it, so can you.
Don't be playing
At all.
Since Beyonce kind of like she's an older queen, like so. What is your modern day amusement that inspires you in today's generation of drag for the newcomers coming up? You know, to show them like, hi, like
yes,
here we are.
Okay, so I love
keep it relevant.
My rap queens.
Those
are the girls.
Keep it relevant,
the rap queens are those bitches are on it. So let me just name a couple. So we have Mulatto. Youngest and richest. I'm the youngest and richest. These bitches know what's up with me. If we beefing, I got you. Won't book no shows in my city. Okay. Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, she on a Miss Body Yaddy 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 Yaddy. Okay.
So how many like pageant titles do you have under your belt?
8.
Yes, bitch. She has 8 fucking title wins, bitch. Let's go.
It was, and the crazy thing is, like, I won them in my most challenging times of life. Like, I took the negative energy and I was like, bitch, give me that negative energy and we gon' like,
yes, twist it and make it yours.
And just,
yeah. What is the difference between performing at a club, being crazy, you can drink, doing everything, and then what's the difference from being at a pageant and being, because I don't know what it's like being on a pageant, girl.
So it's definitely like a upscale
cheers
show.
First and foremost.
Yes, because them pageants is,
you're brave, girl.
God, like, the crazy thing is, I'd say that they're like an upscale show. It's pretty much what you call it. So you definitely have to, it's almost like room for no mistake, like 0 mistakes, literally. If you do make a mistake, you have to play it off and act like there's literally nothing going on, like you did not. I mean, I remember one time I was literally headed up some stairs and my evening gown zipper just busted completely. Right? Zipper was like this.
What did you do?
It super glued it. What you thought? Just like these.
Then went out there, slayed that shit.
I walked out there. They called my name. They were like, Paris London. I'm backstage like, Paris London. They only call it 3 times. I was like, grab the glue, grab the glue, grab the glue, glue it. I come out like, hello. So if that gives you the pressure, imagine that pressure the entire time.
Damn, bitch.
Whole time.
Through.
And then you never know if you're gonna win.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you're against.
And is it hard, like, giving a speech? Like, is it difficult?
Nah, if you're genuine.
Okay.
But you can be fake.
But what if you're petty like me? What happens if you're petty like me? Am I not a pageant queen? Can I not compete?
No. Yes, you could. She's a pageant queen.
I will end it right there.
Yes.
I love you. Thank you. Okay. What is one thing that, like, one word that can describe your drag? What is one word that describes Paris London? One word.
I would say extraordinary.
Ooh, okay, bitch. Word.
And I say that because in everything that we're supposed to do, we need to be extraordinary.
Yes.
We need to be uncomfortable. We need to be pushing. We need to be just trying to be the best us that we can be, no matter what it is. Yes. No matter what it is. And if you're always extraordinary, that means that you're never trying to be basic. You're never trying to fake anything. It's always genuine. It's always me, 100%. Just transparent. Just as much.
So we need us a little fucking drink.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you wanted Sprite?
Sprite.
Got me a little Diet Coke.
The little oh my gosh! Look, we are on a commercial. We are literally.
Wait, what? We're like, wait.
Is this a game?
I guess one of us is gonna fucking chip off our fucking nail. Fuck it.
I'll fucking bite that.
Fuck it.
Oh my gosh, did it come on?
It did. Oh my god.
This hurts.
Do you need me out of yours, girl?
Period. Thank you.
Cheers.
I think it would have broke my finger.
Look at your nails all still on and flying.
No, you're fine. Bitch, I was gonna take it like it was a shot.
No, we are. Shot.
I'm a child.
Okay. Let me check my notes.
Okay.
Because I have some notes.
My fucking nail hurts.
Sorry, I have a little Coke on my lip. Not that Coke.
What's
Diet
Coke?
Pepsi, bitch. Don't be playing. So if you had to ask a new queen, like, starting out, like, and you could give her any advice, what would it be? Like what would
Bitch, fuck all these other hoes. Cause they gon' fuck all the other hoes. Fuck them. Cause them bitches is gonna try to fuck with you. They gonna try to run their mouth. I run it up. These bitches running their mouth. Just make sure you get your motherfucking bag. That's what I would tell them. Get your bag, bitch.
Can we get a 100 on that? Hi.
Bye. That's it.
Let's see. Look at us. We're like,
I know.
but best believe it, gonna be entertaining as fuck.
Okay.
Bitch.
Yes.
So have you ever eaten booty hole in drag, girl?
Oh my god. No, bitch. Okay. So one time, oh my god. Bitch, this is the tea. So one time, like, I was with this guy, right? And like we were just having a good
Tea
time. Yes. And
cheers.
no offense to my comment bowl, but okay, bitch, scoot her over because
right.
this man this is what he did to me. So we were just having a great time, right? Like I'm thinking like I'm gonna go over here and have a good time. We're gonna just, we're gonna blah, blah, blah. And so we're over here just having sex, doing our thing. This bitch just pulled my whole wig off. Like, we're just going in and he pulled my wig off and then he's like, eat my ass. And I was like, I said, can I have my hair back? He said,
bitch.
I said, sir, give me.
That scares me.
Give me that wig back. This is how he looked at me. I'm gonna just come back with the shades on.
Oh yeah, you're all here.
Like, men in wigs, but the baddest ones you'll ever see. Let us just
pose.
That's the inspiration.
Now let's direct the vibe off of demonology.
Okay.
Let's get on to the club vibe. What would you tell somebody to survive in the drag scene? What would you tell a little gay boy to survive in the drag scene? Because walking up into the drag scene is not as easy, and getting a drink and walking up backstage and being like, oh, I want to perform. No, same.
That was, I needed a little chug for that question. Okay.
Oh, cheers. How would you describe to a younger queen coming up, like being in the drag scene, being in this club scene, like, because a lot of queens don't know how it works. I think you can just come in, meet a bitch, you're on stage. Like, how does it work?
I would say first,
like, where do we go from
one, you're gonna have to win something, or like you're going to have to be like, it's almost like a gang that you're initiated into. Like, I would really say more or less.
Very
like
that gang.
gang. Like, I'm sorry, that's a little. Definitely be prepared for the criticism, for the negativity, for the just the harshness that's going to come with it. So that's your first and foremost thing to be worried about. Second is to overcome that. So you have to definitely look past that and understand that you're going somewhere, you're trying to get somewhere, and no matter what stage you are in life, everyone is somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When I
we
first
all start
started,
somewhere, bitch.
Yeah, like my makeup
we ain't come out
100.
Don't be playing.
Yeah, she was
we ain't come out the fucking woodwork. What's your favorite food? Pizza. I love pizza too.
Oh my god, that's like I could eat pizza every fucking
We're sounding
day
off on pizza, bitch. Don't be playing.
Pizza.
Hi. Thank you, Paris, so much for coming on to the Vice Review. I love you so much.
Thank you.
You're one of my favorite queens.
Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like,
yes,
oh my
bitch.
god.
Oh my god.
So much tea.
Bitch, we'll be back. We'll be back with another video doing some fucking crazy shit. Best believe the one and only Paris London. Hi.
2 R's in the middle of Paris, 2 N's at the end of London.
Be sure to tune in next time to the Vice Review with your one, your only Samantha Vice.